Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Vinny Paz. 5'7.5" tall with a reach of 70.5 inches. He'll be taking on Héctor Macho Camacho, 169 centimeters tall with a reach of 175 centimeters.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Vinny Paz. Rhode Island may be the smallest state in the Union, but its fighter Vinny Paz has maybe the biggest heart. The Tasmanian Devil, ready to wreak havoc again. Héctor Macho Camacho, one of the most unique personas boxing has ever seen. Three-time New York Golden Gloves champion, a three-division world champion, and a Hall of Famer.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Cranston, Rhode Island, in the United States, a four-time world champion known as the Tasmanian Devil, introducing Vinny Paz. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, here is a colorful and popular former three-division champion of the world, Héctor Macho Camacho.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right, Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Well done with that counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. Perfect counter lands. A lot of effort being exerted here. The crowd has settled into their seats. They are ready to see something special at this amazing venue.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
Counter punches have to hurt. Good counter punch. They exchange punches. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Paz in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switch on. Good work. Relax now. I don't want you to load up.
Here we go. It's round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
punch right up the middle. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
The flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. In that last round, they've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Completely. Let's get out there, get your butt here. Just keep him on
the bell rings and we start the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. A perfect counter shot. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up. That left hook missed. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. Misses with the straight left. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about pads in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. And there's the bell to start round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you have a fight that's got a great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard.
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh, watch out! Camacho might be ready to go! And now they're right back into the fray.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Beautiful counterpunch. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Catch and shoot. The stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Pazanite last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great work.
Okay, you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Time for the 5th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain.
And Vinny Paz just got knocked down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
So much for being a good sport here. They're going to taunt. Down goes Héctor Camacho. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. One round, 2 knockdowns, each by a different fighter.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
Round. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible...
Great work. I love it. I love it. That jab's slick.
Sky, you're much better. He's not in your league.
Let's start the 6th. How do you score the last round, Johnny, as both of these fighters went to the canvas?
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident. Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
That uppercut doesn't get through. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That counter shot lands. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. His stamina is off the charts. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Camacho is buzzed. In that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the fight to get
Switching on.
And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. Holding nothing back here in the round. How about that time counter shot? They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Paz in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
What are you doing?
And we enter the 8th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Vinny Paz just got rocked. How are they still standing?
Yes, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter. That jab won't score. Nice counter punch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punch. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is...
And Vinny goes to the canvas. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. In that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
Win this round. You had everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it.
Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath
Together. I need you to get back out there. I need you to win it.
Don't change too much.
And we enter the ninth. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
He misses with that straight left. Those counter punches have to hurt. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. The straight right just misses. Don't want to trade shots. A perfect counter lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. In that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
How you getting back into it?
There's the bell to start round 10. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round. Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Camacho in serious trouble right now. Camacho goes down. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
I've got to see that again.
smart to beat the count there.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The jab doesn't quite connect. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. The straight right just misses. We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Héctor Camacho. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down. You've got...
Here's the 11th. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive, and Héctor Camacho couldn't take any more. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
We got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornerman now is down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Just missed with that jab. They blocked the left there. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. How about that time counter shot? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Talk about Héctor Camacho in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Done all your work all the way through camp.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
On to the 12. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
stamina is off the charts. They threw the hook. It didn't land. They exchanged punches. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Threw the uppercut but did not score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.